My Neo-80's look is where the colors of the beautiful vintage tapestries meet the 1980s. Wow, what a concept. The extreme and bold makeup of the 1980s was pretty powerful. It was an era of excess, but I'm going to bring it into the 21st century. This look is going to be very dramatic, so I want to create a matte finish to the skin. I'll be using my HD Extreme Radiant Firming Makeup for this. It has a full coverage, but it's better than your own skin. This foundation dries quickly, so what you want to do is apply one section at a time. That's really important for this foundation. Do you see the coverage that I'm getting from it? I'm using our foundation brush. I'm going to do one side. I like to start in the center and blend outward. Always bring it down into the neck a little bit. This look is great for a date night or going out to a special occasion, a special event, red carpet makeup, because it does have your full coverage and it's such a beautiful finish. It's your skin, only better. You can see in the before and after one side, look at how smooth and flawless this side looks, and then this side has more of your imperfections. You get that full coverage, but it looks like your skin. The next step is I'm taking my blending block. This is a blending sponge that I created actually in 1976, and I like to take it afterwards and press into the skin. You can even blend the foundation on with it if you like. I'm going to do that on the other side so you can see. This sponge is so amazing. One sponge will last forever. I have my own personal sponge. I've had it for 10 years. The more you wash it, the better it gets. It's unbelievable. So now let's dab on this side. As I said, I came out with this in 1976, and to this day, it has remained one of the best tools on the market. Look at the finish of that foundation. Is that flawless or what? It is so beautiful. HD Extreme Firming Radiant Makeup. You gotta have it. The next step is concealer. I'm using our Totally Transforming Concealer. This is a concealer that works with opacity, and I'm going to be using it to highlight her under eye area. You need very little of this product, so I'm going to apply just 3 dots. This color is Warm Light, and I will blend it with the multi-brush. This brightens up the whole eye area and also has a peptide, so it helps to firm the eye area while you're wearing it. How beautiful that looks. If you have any little nasolabial folds, any pigment around the lips, use it anywhere that you need some extra coverage or highlight. And now let's do the other side. Again, just 3 dots is all you need. It is such a concentrated product. And once it sets, it's there all day. Look at the pigment. You see why you need so little? Look at how it's covering all the veins. I need it all over my hand, I think. Look at that. Look at how it covered up that vein. Amazing. Next, I'm going to continue with the Totally Transforming Concealer, but I'm using a lighter shade. Why? Because I want to create a triangle of light under her eye. This is a peach tone. So what it's doing is brightening up the eye area. So I'm adding this over to brighten up and give emphasis to this area. And I'm going all the way back to the cheekbone to highlight. See how that just brightened up the whole eye area? And of course our multi-brush is like a finger. It's our finger brush. So look at how that just lifted up her cheekbone and added that nice radiance to the cheek. Now we're going to create our triangle under this side, so just create a triangle of light. The emphasis should always be in the center of the face. See how concentrated it is? I only need 3 dots and it goes all the way back into the highlight area of the cheekbone. I'm going to highlight also the bridge of her nose. Recedes a little bit there. Do a little on the forehead. Above the lip. Because we're creating a more dramatic look, a bolder look, I'm going to be using slipcover to contour her face. This is cocoa, and this is our cream powder formula. It goes on like a cream, it sets like a powder, never needs to be touched up. I'm using my contour blush brush, and I'm going to go right under that cheekbone. Turn there. It's the perfect color without looking too much. Now we have structure. As I said, this is great for a date night, red carpet, holiday makeup. You want to dress your makeup up a lot more for those special occasions. All right, now let's finish up the next side. Remember, from the top of the ear, angling toward the corner of the mouth, that is where the cheekbone lies. I'm gonna have my beautiful model, Carolyn, make a funny face because this is how you really know where to place your contour. Go, stick your lips out and smile. Oh, there you go. Ooh, see? There's that ledge. The high point creates a shadow below so that when we place it, it's going to be in exactly the right anatomical place, because if we put it too low, it's not going to work. If we put it too high, it's going to interfere with that beautiful cheekbone. So we just carve out that bone. And this is relative to everybody's face. It lies from the top of the ear, angling towards the mouth. That is where the cheekbone devet lies, right under there. We're going to go under the jawline to really define that. For pictures, you'll want to contour and shape your face, especially for your holiday parties and everything. Very important to do this because you're going to photograph really well. Remember when I was talking about the triangle of light? That means you want the center of the face to always be the most prominent and the dark a halo around, because that brings the inner part of the face forward, and that photographs the most beautiful and it presents your face the most beautiful. I'm going to do a little bit on her chin here too because it looks a little bit longer. The slip cover is so easy to use, it almost blends itself. It's essential to set cream products that you're putting on your face, especially in areas that are going to crease easily, which means around the eyes, around the mouth, the actual T-zone. So I'm using Secret Set, our invisible mineral powder. I love this product. It is the only powder that you will ever need. It is completely invisible. When you put it on, it completely disappears. And that's what you need around the eye so it doesn't cake and crease. Look up. So right before you place it, just dab the concealer with the Babyface brush. I'm taking the Secret Set, #1, and I'm just dabbing it under the eyes, around the T-zone, around the lip area. When the eye moves, you get creasing before you set it, so you always want to blend out those little creases around this area, and voila. Highlighting has always been one of my favorite artistry techniques. So I created Brilliant Blush for this season. This is one of our baked products. It's a brand new category of our baked products. It has your highlight and your blush in one. It is so beautiful. These are actual crushed pearls, real pearls, made in a liquid, poured and baked. And since strobing is such a huge trend, which is actual highlighting, I have put your highlight in the compact. So we're gonna take the highlight color with the contour blush brush and we're gonna highlight the high points of the cheekbone. It has a little tiny bit of a rose tint to it. This compact is called Vanity. We're gonna put it on the cheekbone. We can even use it on the collarbone. Give that beautiful glow. You can use it on the shoulders, above the Cupid's bow, and again, don't forget to put it on the décolleté. So that's your highlight. Then we're gonna go into the blush side. Smile, we're gonna smile, and we're gonna place that right on the apple of the cheek. It has such natural radiance. Look how gorgeous that looks. Hey, look at the difference. See how that creates dimension now? We have your contour, we have your highlight, we have your cheek blush. It all works together strategically to create dimension to the face. I'm going to create a very bold eye a la 1980s. So to start, I'm going to prime the eye with one of our brand new products, Light Tricks. This is a new creamy highlighter. It has a glowing side and it has a cream matte side. Is that beautiful? It is so creamy, it just glides on. I'm going to be using the matte side for her eyelid primer for the shadow, but you can also use the glowing side for the primer. I'm going to take my concealer brush and blend it. It just blends effortlessly. The formula has sodium hyaluronic, so it will treat the eyelid area as well. But look at how creamy and beautiful it glides on. Look at how bright the eye looks from this side compared to the other side. This looks so beautiful. You could use Light Tricks alone just for your eye makeup with liner and mascara, and you have a look. It's so beautiful. Let's go ahead and do the other side. It eliminates all this redness and discoloration on the eyelids, and we all have it. Gives you that really beautiful canvas. But what's so amazing about it, it glides on like butter. Okay, so we have our clean slate. Now we're going to go in for the drama. To create the bold eye, I'm going to first start by mapping out a very graphic shape. I'm going to be using Empress. This is our new matte wine color, and I'm going to be applying it with the 605 angle brush. So what we'll do is we're going to take the color. This is such a gorgeous color. And again, I'm going to make a strong eye here. So open your eye, Caroline, and we're going to map out the shape. Very, very strong. Then I'm going to follow it down the top eyelid. Look at how matte and gorgeous. This color looks like velvet. Go all the way across the top. What was that? That's the first step. Again, we're following the arc of her eye. Extending it out. Look at that with her blue eyes. Okay, look up at the ceiling, connect it, and go across the lower eyelid. Okay. In the 80s, the eyes went way up to the brow, and I'm going to be doing that, so you'll get the idea. But we have to map out the shape first, and that's what we're doing right now, because we want to get the design, a good design pattern for her eye. We have created our graphic design. Now I'm going to be blending and filling in the space, and it's going to take on a whole different look. But this is how you start. The next shade I'll be adding, which is poetic, is a platinum taupe sparkle. This is such a gorgeous color. I can't wait to put it on so you can see it. I'm using the oval shadow brush, and look down, and I'm putting it in the space at the front of the eye. See how that just picks up the light? Look down, and then I'm patting it on because I really want the strength of the color. It's a very light shade, so patting it. Okay. Switching out brushes to the smoky liner, and I'm applying it in inner corners and coming around to the lower lash line and meeting the Empress that we put on already. This gives that really pretty glow to the front part of the eye. I'm going back to the Empress color and I'm using the mini feather brush. This is where my blending starts. I'm gonna really tap off that brush. So we're gonna soften all these hard edges. The mini feather brush really does its job. Look at how soft. It is made out of a very soft hair and it's pointed so you can get right into your design and blend it out. And I'm gonna go into the outer corner as well. You see how now all my hard edges are disappearing and it has the same line, but it's just becoming more diffused. I want you to look up. I'm even going under the lower lashes as well. And I'm really extending it because in the 80s, the eye went all the way up to the eyebrow. Go into that outer corner, blend it outward. The next step is to soften all the hard edges underneath the eyebrow and add some matte lightness to the eye. So I'm using Pretend. This is such a gorgeous color. Look at that. Look at the intensity of pigment in our shadows. I'm using it with the Feather 15 brush, and what I'm doing is just taking it across the top to blend all of this away. So we have a gradient. As I said, this is a stopping point, but to create even more of a bold eye, I'm going to apply Mars Black. This is the blackest matte shadow you will ever find. So I'm going to take it with the 605 brush, and I'm going to go along the top lash line. I'm going to walk it along, trace those eyelashes. Then I'm going to switch out the brush and I'm going to use the mini feather again. Really tap off that brush so you don't get fallout on the face. And I'm going to fill in the last quarter of the eye, going right into that Empress color. The outer part of the eye. And then I'm going to take the mini feather and I'm going to blend that. I want the eye makeup to go very low under the lower lash line. I'm going to walk along the top, extend it out. Then we're going to take the mini feather and we're going to fill in that triangle that we created at the outer edge of the eye and dab it forward. The mini feather brush has the exact size point you need to get right in there and blend that. Then we take it and go underneath the eye. And again, we want to have this very smudgy and thick. Of course, as I said, this is another stopping point, but I'm not going to stop here because now I want to add Ultra Last eyeliner. This is our waterproof eyeliner for the waterline, and I want to use this on the lower lash line. This is going to really bump up the drama. Okay, look up. I already applied it in the top waterline before we started the makeup, so yes, do it on the top and on the bottom. Now her eyes are smoldering, right? Finishing step for the eyes is, of course, mascara. And I'm using our Voluptulash Volumizing Mascara. This is going to give extreme length and volume. Because remember from our last videos, the magic is in the brush. This is where you get all that length and volume. Okay, look down. This also has conditioners. This is 1 coat. Now I'm going to add 3 coats of mascara. I like to go back and forth on the tips to really thicken those tips, and then go back in, wiggle the base, and move it up. And then take the tip and separate, like you're painting each hair, each lash. That really opened up her eye. Isn't that beautiful? Let's do the other side. Start at the base. We're going to wiggle up. I'm going to take the brush horizontally and go back and forth. You gotta have ultra lashes for this look. No wimpy lashes here. Then I like to use the mascara wand horizontally and paint each individual lash to get the maximum length and volume. And there you have it. Voluptulash makes your lashes look like false eyelashes. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in Carolyn's eyelashes. Look at those. So now that we've got the bold eye going on, we got to do the lips. You could go bold with the lips, and that would be super 80s style, but I'm going to bring it to the 21st century, so I'm going to go a little bit lighter on the lips. I'm going to be using blushed, and I'm going to just dab the color on lightly and then smooth it so it looks more like a stain. It's a very beautiful, soft color. So wearable. I want her to really work it into the lip. That looks gorgeous just the way it is. Oh my, look at her blue eyes pop. When you use the right shade of lipstick with your coloring, because she's a cool coloring, it makes the eyes come out even more. Then the finishing touch is our famous lip lacquers. Our lip lacquers are full of vitamins and conditioners as well, and they are long wear. Look at how beautiful that looks. So this look really brings me back to my Helmut Newton days, because I worked with him a couple times, and I'm really excited to present it to you. So go home, try Neo-80's, and have fun with it, and go out on a date.